Hello again, everybody. Good to see the gang once again. So, re-recording this video because the first incarnation of it I put up, YouTube deemed this to be not appropriate. Who knows why, but we'll figure that one out one day. So I kind of wanted to bring this up. This came out over the weekend, and I want you all to think about something. Wherever you live, the United States, Canada, Australia, Great Britain, Russia, Romania, the Czech Republic, Brazil, you name it, okay? We all, at least most people in the country, are proud of their country, okay? You know, they're proud to be an American, proud to be a German, proud to be a South African, whatever it would be. Most people, okay? The funny part is when you get people that aren't. And this amazes me, okay? Because I've got this teeny tiny little soapbox that is YouTube, okay? I certainly don't have a worldwide reach to millions upon millions of people. Right? And that's fine. I don't want that. I'm not looking for that. I'm kind of looking for the small group that we have. But I want to give you something here. In a month, the Olympics start, finally, the Summer Olympics, okay? And usually, this is a sense of pride for most people. And I'll give you examples, okay? You know, American-wise, let's go back to Dorothy Hamill in figure skating or Bruce Jenner in the decathlon in the 76 Olympics, okay? Great American pride for both of those. Obviously, Bruce Jenner, we know his whole story and what's going on with him right now. Mary Lou Retton or Dorothy Hamill, same thing. They're 40 plus years past their Olympic gold, and they're still doing commercials. They're still a household name, okay? How about the 1980 men's hockey team, the Miracle on Ice? If there wasn't a greater moment in Olympic history for Americans than that, I don't know what is. That group of guys beating the Soviet hockey team was, they had one chance in 1,000 and somehow managed to do it. I remember watching that game when I was a kid. I was going nuts. I was so excited, okay? Think about the 2012 Fab Five women's gymnastics team, okay? Incredible. And we can go through many other ones. Michael Phelps. You can go through Carrie Strug in 1996, doing that vault, on a busted up knee and wind up winning the gold for the Americans. And I'm not just saying Americans. Think of Australians. Think of Ian Thorpe. Or think of the pride in Russia of the Russian hockey team. Or the Canadians, the Canadian hockey team. Or the Canadian curlers, okay? You go through, Usain Bolt from Jamaica, then there's also some of the funnier ones that, people are very, Eddie the Eagle from Great Britain, the ski jumper, if you remember him, the guy was terrible, but he got out and did it every time, right? And he became famous for always finishing last, but the guy was an inspiration. He tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. The Jamaican bobsled team, come on, okay? There was a movie made out of that. So, there's a lot of pride, in your country that comes from the Olympics. And then you have the problem children. Now, some of y'all are old enough to remember 1968, Tommy Smith and John Carlos getting on the podium there in Mexico City and doing this. Okay, this is 1968, mind you. This is the middle of the Vietnam War, or beginning of the Vietnam War, I guess, more or less. But again, and the response for them doing that The IOC immediately kicked him out of the Olympic Village, sent him home. In the United States, they were persona non grata, and that was the end of them, okay? Because you don't embarrass your country on a national stage. That has been the way the Olympics have always been. Fast forward to 2020 and 2021, okay? We're in the age of Colin Kaepernick, and everybody's offended, and, everybody's been oppressed and all of this. So last week, this originally started last year, but then last week you had Chelsea Wolfe, who is a BMX freestyle rider. Now, how the hell BMX biking wound up a Olympic event, I have no idea, but it is, okay? But here is an American who came out and plainly said her goal is to win an Olympic gold medal so she can burn the American flag on the podium. That was putting up your fist with Black Power. I can give that more respect than I can somebody burning the flag on the Olympic podium. All right. Yet another one over the weekend here. And this was Gwen Berry, who's a track and field participant for the Olympics. Now, this weekend was the Olympic trials in Oregon. Obviously, being the U.S. Olympic trials, all the winners of every event are going to be American. So on the podium is going to be gold, silver, bronze, 3 Americans. Okay, kind of not going to have anybody else win because it's the U.S. Olympic trials. So they would play the national anthem. Now, in the hammer throw, which was her event, the lady who won gold, hand on heart, standing proudly with a big smile on her face, looking up at the flag. The woman who won silver, standing proudly, hand on her heart, proud to win the silver medal. Gwen Berry, who took 3rd place, okay? She decided it would be good to saunter around, kick her feet around, do whatever, Okay, maybe she's a little upset that she came in 3rd. The Michaela Maroney, look. Not that I can do it well, but that was an attempt. All right. I can understand, maybe you're not thrilled about finishing 3rd. So be it, okay? But when she hung her head, turned away from the flag in the middle of the anthem, and toward the end, picks up a black T-shirt and puts it over her head that says activist athlete. Okay. Activist athlete. Go home. All right. If you are not proud of wearing the red, white, and blue, or whatever country color, okay, if you're, Italian and wearing red, white, and green, so be it, but this is an American issue I'm talking about. Go home. Get off my team. You represent me and everybody watching this, American citizens. You have a worldwide, massive soapbox to talk on. Show some pride in your country. Do not even come close to telling me that you are oppressed, that the man is taking stuff away from you. Okay? You're standing there in an Olympic trials. I guarantee your training was paid for very much by the USOC. Your housing, you're not working a side job at McDonald's to pay for your training, okay? You are being completely taken care of by the U.S. Olympic Committee, which is donations from corporations, individuals, et cetera, et cetera. You are getting to play a game for your lifestyle. I go to work. Everybody on this channel goes to work. We don't get to play games to make our living, to feed ourselves. We don't have the best food, the saunas, the trainers. Oh, gee, I hurt a muscle. Great, let me get the masseuse over there and they'll massage it out for you for a while. Oh, gee, you know what? My elbow's sore. Great. Let me get some of the best orthopedic doctors to look at your elbow. There's plenty of people on here, I bet, who have hip problems, knee problems, back problems. We don't have the luxury of, gee, I can just call somebody and they'll send a premier doctor to come check out whatever ails me. So don't give me this crap that you are oppressed, that, oh, gee, society's racist. I hate to tell you this, Gwen, you are a black woman, in case you didn't notice, okay? I don't see a whole lot of oppression going on when you're there at the Olympics, okay? This isn't Nazi Germany in the 1930s, okay? And even to go back to that, when the Olympics were held in Berlin, got to remember, in Berlin, who was in charge at the point? And there was no greater history, or no greater event in American history than Jesse Owens winning a gold medal and standing there on the podium with Hitler in attendance and showing Hitler, look, a black man just beat everybody of your superior race. So don't give me any shit that you are oppressed, that the American public doesn't treat you fairly. You are an elite, not as a person, okay? Not even as an athlete, but pretty close there, okay? But you have a soapbox and a platform and a podium that most people can't. Use it responsibly, because you, my dear, are the enemy within. You are the people and the person in the group of people that is the reason we have the problems in the country. You aren't the solution, lady. You're the problem. We're the solution, okay? Because when shit hits the fan, you're going to be on the outside, we're going to be inside, and you're going to be banging on the door going, please let me in. And our answer is going to be, have a nice day. Pinball out.